I think I'm scared of being vulnerable in a public format, as probably everyone is. Because it's fucking weird. We should be living in tribes of 150 people for our entire lives, for generations. And instead we are exposed to 8 billion people online. And the human brain is incapable of comprehending what that means. That number's just like so big that we can't even wrap our heads around it. I mean, realistically, 10 people are going to watch these videos, and it's all people I know anyways. But still, the principle is the same. You never know. I'm putting this in a public format, public medium, YouTube, and there's a possibility that it gets picked up and goes absolutely mental. Even if not, in some point in the future, if I put this here, at some point in the future, unless I take it down, future, accent's getting dodgy. Unless I take it down, then people are going to look back on it, I suppose, which is also mad to think. But yeah, it's difficult to be completely honest in a public forum to a small camera that I'm holding in my hand, knowing that it's then going to appear in holographic form, is that the right word? On your phone screen or laptop screen or iPad, people are still using them. Somewhere else in the world. It's kind of crazy that I can speak into an inanimate object and then it appears on your inanimate object 5 million miles away. Not quite. Yeah, it's difficult. One thing is, this is like a fucking diary. The thing that's I was feeling the last few days is, I don't know, this is in direct opposition to what I was saying in a video like a week ago. If anyone's even fucking watching these consecutively, unlikely. But I felt exhausted the last few days for no reason whatsoever, doing all the healthy stuff. What's also happened is I've felt the resurfacing of just these raw, disgusting, is the only word I can use, rancid feelings inside myself, like a raw emotion that isn't attached to any images or thoughts, but it does make me feel of an ayahuasca, like makes me feel like that's where you go when you take ayahuasca. You sink into these emotions which you're just like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's just feels so disgusting in my body. There's something in my body that is absolutely, like, it makes you want to be sick. You're just like, what is that? And that's the stuff that you get when you're in ayahuasca, these very deep emotions. You go to very deep subconscious, sometimes ancestral places inside yourself, which manifests as a feeling in your body. A feeling that you don't even, there's no story attached to. You don't even know what it is. You're like, where the fuck did that come from? But it's there. And then you inevitably, like, you concentrate on these emotions and you have to, like, feel them, and then they come up, and then you purge them out and you feel better. And I haven't felt that in a long time. I haven't felt that in a year. And I forgot how absolutely terrible it is. I forgot how difficult it is to handle these emotions. Because sometimes now, especially with what I'm doing now, there's a part of my mind that's like, fucking, what are you doing in your life? And what are you contributing? And you're not even being productive. You're doing fuck all. You're a fucking loser, you know? It's not very loud anymore, but sometimes it's louder than others, I suppose, when I'm weak. I'm in a weakened state. And at those moments, I think I forget that, you know, I went through a dark night of the soul for the last 3 years. And it was very difficult. You forget, once you're out of the dark periods, you forget what it was like. You forget what it was like to feel in fucking hell. You know what I mean? You forget what like the deepest fucking form of depression feels like, because you've mastered it to an extent. And when I was at a banya, like a Russian sauna, ice bath thing last night. And I guess, you know, heat is used as a medicinal thing in Mexico and South and the Americas and temazcals. Like heat shakes a lot of stuff loose, pushing yourself to those extremes. And I came out of the sauna and I was just sitting there and I got hit with this feeling, a raw emotion that I haven't felt in a long time. I can't name it, I don't know what it is. It's just this like disgusting fucking heavy feeling inside you. And it came with like a sort of wave of terror, because usually the two go hand in hand, especially when you're in an ayahuasca experience. And I was like, fuck. Oh wow, I forgot about this. I forgot about this. I forgot what it felt like. I forgot how difficult that was. I forgot what it felt like to just have to work through all these emotions that have been in me since maybe I was 2 years old, or maybe from my fucking great grandfather. I don't know. It's true that transgenerational trauma happens. I don't know where it comes from, but it's so deep in your subconscious that you're not even aware it's there affecting you every day. And I suppose I thought I was done with it to an extent, and I am to an extent, but what I realised last night was that there's always deeper layers, and there's still a lot more kind of quote-unquote healing or work to be done. One of the shamans said something really interesting. He was like, ayahuasca is work. You're doing work. But the currency you get paid is not in dollars, it's in happiness. And that's this whole thing, is like, I'm doing the work, you know, healing myself, working on myself, all this kind of namby-pamby sort of spiritual stuff, but it is literally what it is. It is literal work, except you can't show it to people. There's no play. I can't be like, hey guys, now I'm making 10 grand a month, and look, I've bought this fancy apartment in Medellin, to show you what happens inside of me. Yet, I suppose, and you can't show me the battles that you've fought inside of you. No one can. These internal battles eventually get externally manifested, because the presence, I don't know, the centre that you find in yourself can't help but be reflected in the world, in your relationships, in your family, in your circles. You know, it changes everything about reality for you. But that's not always immediately apparent, and sometimes it takes a few years. So yeah, I guess it was just like and I think this is related to why I'm feeling exhausted at the moment, because for whatever reason, these heavy fucking emotions that feels like deep, you know, trauma have resurfaced, or did resurface yesterday, and it's just such overwhelm for your nervous system. So as much as that sounds so weak, like, oh, just like healing and resting, and like, it's so embarrassing, it feels so pathetic when you've got David Goggins being like, stop being a bitch, just fucking do it. But yeah, so today I was like, I think I'm going to do nothing. Today, sit in the field. Why does my light keep going fucking weird after a while? I don't know why it keeps doing this. Anyways, those are just some thoughts. I'm going to turn you and show you this sunset, because it's pretty cool. Oh wow, it's too bright. Stop that. I'm going to try and make some more complex videos going forward, because this talking into the camera is cool. I got a start on YouTube and I'm doing something, but I think it needs to be more elaborate. Wow, this guy's amazing actually. I think it needs to be more elaborate and complex and fun for me, and just something that I can sink my teeth into, because me just going, hey guys, today I feel sad. I mean, who gives a fuck? I'm doing this for me, because it means that I can prove to myself that I'm doing the thing. But yeah, the next stage is to get a bit more complex. So anyways, all the best. Thank you.